Good morning, everyone. Today's construction day 60.
Okay, construction day 60. Before we get started, let everybody know I'm battling some allergies here, so I apologize for that. Woke up the last couple mornings really stuffed up, so hopefully my voice isn't too bad. But today being construction day 60, that's a milestone. We're 2 months in. You guys know the plan, right? Our goal is to be done in 6 months. Is that a rigid, hard goal? Of course not. There could be delays, but we're definitely shooting for the 6 months. So we're 2 months in, and I think we're pretty far along. 4 months to go. So we'll see how that all works out together. What'd you guys think of Janelle and Junaline's house yesterday? That native style home. I think the video came out great. Really good neighbors. We're all glad to have them, and we're looking forward to their friendship for many years. And I've been telling both Janelle and Junaline that their son Aaron's going to learn how to swim in our pool. So hopefully we'll get to video that here in the future. And little Aaron, he's something. Filipinos love their selfies, and he's learned early when he sees the camera. He'll stop and just stand still, waiting for the picture to be taken. So if you go back and look at that thumbnail, look at how he's standing so straight and looking at the camera. I thought that was cute. So I think that went well. We have another house to showcase. So guys, if you're building a house here in the Philippines or remodeling an existing home, and you want to showcase your house on our channel, just reach out to buildingthephilippines@gmail.com, and we'll go back and forth. And if you give me permission, I'll show your home on our channel. So today we have Michael and Diane. They purchased a nice lot. I think it's 2,700 square meters up in the Luzon area. And they bought it in February of 2022, and it had an existing structure on it that they're going to use to put their build in place. So I'm going to show you their 2D design, so take a look. So what'd you guys think? It's going to be a beautiful home. I like the fact that you can park your car underneath it. That's going to be a nice feature. The balcony, I think on that 2D design, they just recently made it bigger. They extended it so they can have a nice balcony to walk out in the morning for coffee and stuff like that. So it's really going to be really nice. Michael's going to be retiring in April of 2023. So Michael and Diane, congratulations. I think your house is going to look great. Send more photos as you get further along your build, and we'll definitely showcase it for you. So that's the update for today, and we'll see you up at the work site. All right, so today they're working on the other bedroom, the other spare slash office. So you can see, that's a second day now of drying, and then this is the hallway. So they did finish putting in another layer of gravel this morning, and then go back through and make sure all the rebar is in place and tied. And then what I didn't show is the rebar itself, and it's not a perfect science, but I do see them going through and lifting the rebar to attempt to get it towards the middle of the cement. So they're doing it the old-fashioned way, one bucket at a time. They do have a couple whirl barrels as well. And then Jerry goes through and is smoothing it out. All done by hand. So again, this will be a nice single pour as well over to that area. So here's a good look in front of the house of the spare bedroom slash office. They got it poured, and then the hallway, and then leading into the other second spare bedroom. So now what Jerry's doing is this dries so fast here. It seems like the concrete dries very fast. So he's hopped up, and he's starting to work the cement to smooth it all out. So he just jumped out to check on his guys real quick, as he's the foreman here of the site as well. But yeah, they poured this in like an hour, and then within that hour, they just finished over there. Within that hour time frame, it's dry enough to jump up on it and start working the concrete. So that's it's amazing to me that it dries so fast. But again, you know, the temperature differences from what I'm used to. So just a quick update here in the corner. They're starting to form up the columns. So there's column number 1, and then they have the one in the corner. So they're working on now forming up, and they will get this poured soon. So pergola area, and Felix is up there right now. Good progress. He now has the truss in place, and he's welding in the purlins. So this will all be under roof at some point as well. So I want to talk a little landscaping for a minute. You know, obviously with all the construction going on, you usually wait for the landscaping towards the end of the project. But you know, when we brought the excavator on site, because of all the rocks that we had, I was trying to think ahead and trying to think through everything that we needed. Meaning, do we need to build a rock wall right away, or do we wait to the end? And then talking about all the dirt. You guys know that we're trying to get the raised pool in the back on the ocean side for the infinity look, knowing that if you build your pool with a high end, you're going to need a lot of backfill. So sat down and tried to think this through, and you know, before we started that excavation, I've walked up here and tried to figure out now some future need. So I'm going to try to explain what I did, and I think it's all coming together actually very nicely. So the excavation part of this project, and if you go back and look at the excavation videos from the beginning, that was on me. I paid for the excavator. The contractor did pay for a portion of it. Basically, the money he would have spent on labor, digging the footings and digging the fence footings and all of that, digging the pool, he calculated the man hours to do that by hand, which he typically does in his other builds. It's all done with manpower and shovels. And then we deducted that from the total bill of the excavator. So you know, that I thought that was fair, because there was so many rocks on this property, and so some of the rocks were so large, you know, you wouldn't be able to move them with manpower. So we were able to do all the excavation in 7 days. So I said, you know, I want to think it through, and so, you know, number one, we built the rock wall to separate the bottom portion of the property to the top, and that got us to build up that area right where Wilma's standing. Actually, you can see where she's standing. She's a good 8 feet, maybe higher, from the garden area to where she's standing is a good 8 feet, and we had to build that all up with dirt. So we pulled a lot of dirt from the back of the property forward, and then some of the dirt from this garden area up, to try to level it as much as possible, because the ultimate goal was to have the pool as level to the house as possible. And we were able to accomplish that to about 15 inches. So there's going to be two 7.5-inch steps going down from the house down to the pool. So that's not too bad. It was off by 8 feet, and we got it down to 15 inches. But what I want to show you guys today is knew I was going to need a lot of dirt for the backfill of the pool, and we still do. So take a look here, and if this makes sense, you can see the 4 courses of the front fence. Just 4 layers of hollow block. And then above that is going to all be steel to the 6-foot level. But you can see that when you're looking at the level, so let me get down a little bit. You see how high that dirt is? So when we did the excavation with the bucket, I had him pull 100% of the dirt out of this trench and put it up here. And none of it we put here. So typically when you dig a trench, you put 50% on one side and 50% on the other because you're going to need backfill on both sides. But I put 100%. And the reason for that is I knew that I was going to need a lot of extra dirt up to get that infinity effect. And you can see that Richard has already taken a lot of dirt from here, but look how much more we have. It's still another 18 inches. So what we're going to do here is take all this dirt and pull it up to use around the pool to make sure the pool area is backfilled appropriately. Because again, we built the pool by design to be high on the ocean side for the infinity look. So that's where the dirt's coming from. And then at the same time, I'll take a walk down here. You can see this area here, which is where that roadway is going to go up to our neighbor's property. Take a look at this. You see all that dirt there? That's all dirt that'll eventually come out and will be used to backfill here as well as on the far side here, because we want a 3-block reveal. We want to be able to see 3 blocks. So there's excess dirt all the way across here. You can see the mound of dirt. So here's the roadway, and then you get all the dirt. So this is all going to be taken back at some point. And look at all the dirt between the rocks. There's a lot of dirt here. And that was the thought of using this dirt to backfill the fence on both sides. And then all this mound for the infinity look of the pool. So Wilma wants this area flat. I think someone recommended we terrace it like a rice field. And that's not a part of our plan. So this will taper down quite a bit, but a lot of this dirt will be gone. And then we will do a gentle slope from the rock wall all the way down and just cover on that side 2 block. And on this side, we're going to have a 3-block reveal. So that was the plan for the dirt. And this decision was made long before the construction crew got here. But we were just trying to think through of knowing of raising the pool so high that we needed a lot of backfill, and we didn't want to have to purchase backfill. So we had to look to the property itself to find enough. So I'm glad that we thought it through, and now you guys kind of understand why there's so much dirt here, and eventually this will slope down. Now the last piece is drainage. So we want to make sure, and you can see how high the house sits. Everything is going to drain this way. So the entire property, and if you look at this rock wall, and you probably can't see it, but when I sat here with the excavator, it slopes that way to the fence. And then on the other side, it slopes that way. Might not look like it does, but it does. And again, with the amount of storms that we get, and the typhoons, the potential for typhoons, we want to make sure that this area doesn't flood. So we're going to have drainage along the fence, and then we'll have punch throughs over here, as well as the middle, as well as the end, just in case a lot of water comes this way, away from the house, and it will be able to come through the punch throughs, out and down to the right of way. So we try to think of everything. So that's the thought process, and over the next week or two, you'll see all this dirt basically go away, and then you'll see a gradual taper from the rock wall, just sloping slightly down to the fence.